face in the crowd, but you don't seem so far away. The only thing between us is empty space, empty space. Here with you now. Here with you now. Rather be no other place. Here with you now.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a 2012 Camaro ZL1. It makes approximately 600 horsepower. It has mostly bolt-ons, long tube headers, intake, exhaust. It's basically a straight pipe exhaust. So it's doing its job well. It also has full BMR suspension, so this is very much a road course car. If you look, I have these lovely little harnesses, which makes going through a drive-through nearly impossible, but everything else, it keeps you nice in place. This is the very first Camaro I've ever done on my channel, and I figured if I was gonna do a Camaro, in my opinion, I'm gonna do one of the very best ones ever made. This car belongs to a lovely subscriber named Gianni, and he was kind enough to let me drive this car while I was in Florida, and it has been a fantastic experience so far. The motor that is in the ZL1 is very similar to the CTS-V, the awesome badass sedan from Cadillac. Now the CTS-V makes around 558 horsepower. I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, but I know it's in that ballpark. But this makes 580-ish crank from the factory. Now with these bolt-ons, you're hitting around 600 to the wheel, somewhere in that area. When you already have a great LS platform, it's great to work off of that. So then you have this awesome power plant, but GM was able to sophisticate the rest of the car to where it's a great platform. It's big and heavy. That's the only thing about the Camaro, is that it's heavy, but when you're in this Camaro, especially the ZL1, it's very dwarfed. You don't really feel the weight as much, and when you take corners, anything like that, you don't feel it. It's great. When this generation of Camaro's body style first came out, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I thought it had some problems. The visibility is still not that great. It's just not. The windows are small, the windshield is small, everything. So you have to be aware of what's around you. Another thing is the interior used to be so bad. I'm talking like Fisher Price plastic. So you would knock on everything, you would hear it hollow out. But with the ZL1 and also the new SS and everything around that, they have very much improved the interior. Is it perfect? No, but it's a lot better than it used to be. They have a lot of Alcantara and leather, and it feels much more expensive, as it should. Another great thing about the car is that it has a bunch of different modes. You got sport and comfort and all these things, but I went just straight to turning the traction control off because this is a America car and you need to have everything off, in my opinion. Another great thing about this is I like the steering wheel a lot. The old steering wheel in the Camaro, which I have driven before, you had to do what's called the Lego hands. You had to take, with my little scrawny hands anyway, I had to do that. And it just, this huge, huge steering wheel. So how's the clutch? Clutch is really light. I'm very surprised, and this is not a stock clutch. This is an aftermarket clutch that's 1,000 horsepower capable. It's carbon ceramic, so it's no joke. Let's see what it can do and go. Nice and smooth. You can really tell how composed the ZL1 is. Out of a lot of the muscle cars, it's known as kind of the comfort combined with the road course. That's kind of its, well, it's kind of marketing. But the BMR suspension on this, I can definitely tell that it just squats and stays nice and flat. So as I'm cruising on the highway, even though it's basically a straight pipe exhaust, is it really that loud? No. There's basically no drone. And you're cruising along, and then whenever you want to hit the go fast pedal, you go. What I just noticed is how great the HUD is. It has a heads-up display right on the dash, so you don't have to look down to know what's happening. It also has a tachometer built into the heads-up display, so we're all gravy about that too. Also, another thing is the red line is raised to about 6,700 RPM rather than the normal factory setting. The normal factory setting is 6,200 RPM, so you're getting that little extra horsepower at the very top of the RPM range. One thing about General Motors that I always give them props for is their performance brakes. They have some of the best brakes in the business. CTS-V, ZR1, all of those amazing cars. Even the base model Stingray has fantastic brakes on it. So the thing about Generation 3 stuff is it has the magnetic ride control, which also contributes to how I'm floating over everything so easily when I'm getting on it. Really nice, and it's very easy to shut down after you have a little bit of fun. I just got out of a Viper, okay, and those gears are very long. These gears are long as well, but nowhere near the Vipers. These tires on this car are Toyo Proxies, and I have a whole new respect for them because I've never driven a car with them on, and I love them. They have hooked up and went. The car is a staggered setup, so the rear tires are 315s. That is ridiculous. And shut down. So guys, I want to thank all of you for checking out this video. I appreciate every single one of you guys checking it out. And I want to thank Gianni so much for letting me drive his beautiful Camaro ZL1. We finally got a Camaro on the channel, so thank Gianni. So I will see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a good one. Lift off. I'm gonna put this up, hold on. Okay.